Hello, everyone, and welcome to the most monstrous day of the week, Monday. I am Nin,
And I'm Francie.
and we are two nerds just talking and talking about monsters and tabletop games and role playing games and the monsters in them. It's pretty funny.
I would hope so, yeah. So our first monster we're gonna talk about uh at all is gonna be zombies, which are I think pretty well known. I would say so. Zombies, the shambling corpses, reanimated
Ghouls.
ghouls. Yeah, they're sometimes called ghouls, even though sometimes ghouls are different. It's weird. Names are
It's
weird.
like a different breed of zombies.
Yeah. In some games, ghouls are like not at all related to zombies, so it's weird. But yeah, so we're gonna talk about zombies this time. Yeah, though not literally The Walking Dead because that's a show. But yeah, zombies are at least as what most people know them, like corpses that somehow are alive again, or some type of alive, I guess, walking around or like not hopping around. That's another type of zombie. Also, there's so many zombies, Jesus. But yeah, like generally, it's just dead people walking around, kind of robotic like, basically because rigor mortis is a thing. Um, and like just rotting flesh, bits falling off, and mainly, up to eat your up to eat alive people and also brains. Sometimes I have not figured out why the brains actually.
That's actually interesting because I always just imagined it was like, oh, they want to eat your brains because they want to become smart again. But
That
I don't know if that's a thing.
honestly, I have not. I have to admit, I have not looked too deep into the brains thing, but it would make sense because, like, they want to have the thing they don't, which is a functioning brain, I guess. But
What if
everything else works. We're just like, yeah,
what if it's like we could make like a flavor of zombie inside like for example Dungeons and Dragons where it's like the walking brain that like takes your intelligence and becomes your brain intellect devourer, but instead it's just zombies and they just eat your brains and then they just get your I don't know, they get your like intelligence stats.
the way I'm imagining just a zombie like in a top hat, going like, "Hello, I am Reginald. I have your brain now. Where? How?
Ah, yes, I have ascended.
Yeah,
Ah, yes, I know now.
as
I
I am
am
smart
magician.
now. Why am I doing like a yeah? Why did I straight go to like a bad Dracula accent? Like, ah, ha,
I'm pretty
ha.
sure you also have played as a character that has had that kind of
Accent.
tone,
Yeah, I have
accent. Yeah,
done that.
I'm pretty sure I have heard that before.
Yeah,
That's
I have
really
like three.
hilarious.
I have three accents. I have bad Dracula, bad French, and just me. So
So bad, bad, and good. Hmm?
no. Anyway, getting off
Yeah,
topic.
zombies.
Zombies,
Zombies.
zombies, zombies. Yeah. So like the origins of zombies. Not like we generally don't have real life zombies. There are there's some crazy shit in nature, where some animals can be categorized as zombies, but I'm not gonna talk about that because that's too spooky because it's real. No, the
Oh
actual like
yeah.
yeah,
The
that's
mushrooms that eat the
yeah,
ants and turn
yeah,
them
and
into like yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
and I
yeah,
don't
yeah.
like don't like
Oh yeah, you
mushrooms.
don't like
Yeah,
mushrooms or zombies, so it's like two of your favorite things. I'm
yeah,
glad we're
yeah.
talking about this, Francie.
I'm glad I had to make this research too. Um, yeah, I fucking hate zombies, but yeah. So I had to do. I did some of my own free will. I'm not forced to do this. Did some research on zombies and like how did we get to like the myth of the zombie, and well, it's yeah. as fucking racist.
Oh.
It's like
Whoop,
I
whoops. Well,
yeah, whoops.
shit.
Well, yeah. Like what I think most people know is, at least in like Western culture, how zombies got. It's like, oh, there's this like exotic culture or like belief system from Haiti, and yeah, they brought it to America as slaves, and it's like, well, yeah, maybe, but also it's basically uh yeah, the usual villainizing of, well, people of color, black people, especially like uh during slave times, which, yeah, well, I mean, still now, but being the origin of the zombie is kind of like uh yeah, like, oh no, these bad, evil, savage people from somewhere else, we must colonize them and take them as slaves so they become useful or some shit. And that's kind of what happened to like the zombie. Like they pretty much, what I got from most of my research is white people saw some religion or belief system they did not understand, and because they are racist, they were like, oh no, that's evil, there are cannibals, there are evil spirits, bullshit. And that's kind of how zombies got into like Western culture, as like this, yeah, like this cannibal savage thing, which we still know it as today. Like they do still, zombies still eat brains and flesh and stuff, and they are kind of not great. So yeah,
That,
that's not fun. Honestly,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
So, but like a lot of mythical creatures, as like in the zombie territory, not zombie, in the monster territory, kind of have this background of, well, somebody didn't like this group, so we villainize them and make them monsters. So
I
yeah,
feel like that's like a team with monsters. Like,
yeah,
have you seen like LGBTQ like
yeah,
plus people just
monster fuckers, all of them. No,
of
but like, there's a theme.
speak
There's
of
a
yourself.
I am.
Uh,
I am. I am speaking of myself. No, but
hmm.
yeah. Hmm.
But yeah, I feel like, to be honest, that's something I didn't know, that it's like from like I didn't know it's like a borrowed like thing. I
Yeah.
well, they're like zombies are like everywhere in like media and like especially
Mhm.
games, and
Yeah.
they're like really like usually portray, like if I think of like Left 4 Dead, all I can think of is like pale white, like completely white zombies, or the opposite being like completely green zombies, because flesh rots, so it doesn't really. Maybe I shouldn't go into it.
Doesn't really
It's
turn green, does it? Yeah.
it doesn't, and yeah, uh, just it's interesting. I feel, yeah, like you said, I feel like a lot of like marginalized people uh are somehow involved, like not as in like actually making the monsters, but they like might be inspiration for like a lot of monsters, which is kind of sad, like
Yeah.
really sad. But also, yeah,
It does help, kind of like taking, like, if you can, to kind of, I mean, like in a lot of monsters are now getting like the treatment of like, oh, we kind of realize this is shitty, so we make them good. Like a lot of like, especially also if you look at like villains, like, just, I mean, easiest would be like Disney villains getting their own movies now because they're more interesting. But also most of them were queer coded, and a lot of
looks
that.
at Ursula from Ariel.
Ursula, based on a real life drag queen. We have like, well, I mean, I'm not saying Maleficent always gave me a big lesbian vibes, but Oh,
The old lesbian aunt who wasn't invited to
yeah.
the child's, whatever is it called in English?
Yeah, birthing ceremony, no.
This
Like,
weird ceremony. I mean,
yeah.
I would be pretty pissed as well if like people just looked at me and were like, "Oh, evil me. I'm not gonna invite
Yeah.
them." Meh.
Yeah.
Something I don't understand though is why are zombie like what like categorizes a zombie as a zombie? Because I know there are like mind controlled people that are considered zombies,
Yeah.
or like aliens or alien like virus things that are seen as zombies. And then there are like games like, for example, Last of Us, that has like uh based zombies, the
Mm-hmm.
mushroom zombies, your favorite. Heh. uh,
Yeah.
and so yeah, I'm just kind of confused because like there are zombies, but there are so many flavors. So what like act like what specifically is a zombie? Like, is it undead? Is it a mind, like someone who's not in their own mind?
I think it has different components. Like you said, like from the start, where we just said like, okay, this is a reanimated corpse that either works for somebody who reanimated them, or is just dead and just has like this one thing on their mind, like the base needs of like, I need to eat, which is in this case human flesh or like living flesh, I guess. So there has been a not transition, but like there have been multiple different takes on how do zombies come to be. Like the general first is like, okay, we have a dead person, and through various means they get reanimated and are under the control of somebody. That's like the base thing.
Yeah,
Um,
basic zombie. Basically,
yeah,
like you die and you.
necromancer, romance, yeah, like necromancing powers, raising the dead. That's like the general, also like mainly in high fantasy used tactic. Then we have like just we have the zombie virus, like especially if you look at like games like Resident Evil, where it's like, oh, we make this virus and then everyone gets superpowers, but oh no, they turn into zombies.
It's
It's like,
also really popular in films. Like the virus
yeah,
thing, it's really popular. Uh, I think it might be because we are like living the time of like science and
yeah.
like viruses being like a whole thing.
And
Uh,
so there's like the part of a lot of people want to have a certain degree of realism in their fiction, which is like if you go for like, oh, this is like a magic thing or a spiritual thing or something, most people nowadays are kind of like, yeah, been there, done that, kind of not, yeah, give me something new. And like somebody creating in a lab a virus or some sort of serum that goes awry, and like also like the trope of the evil scientist, kind of, that kind of like feeds into that, which got, yeah, as you said, got popular, especially like in movies and also like in games where you have like, as I said, Resident Evil, kind of, I think Left 4 Dead is also like some
yeah, it
chemicals or
is.
something. Yeah,
I think it's a virus if I recall.
I haven't played that one in
Uh,
a while.
oh yeah, same. I do know that The Last of Us also kind of has a virus thing going on.
Okay.
Even though they're plant-based, or I say plant-based, but mushrooms technically aren't like plants.
Plants,
They're
yeah.
their own thing, but uh, it's interesting.
It definitely is. Like, I think that's what happens if you have like a core thing, and especially like in media and pop culture, where it's like you can't have the same story or the same origins being told again and again and again, because people are gonna get tired of the thing and not watch it anymore or read it. So you need to have like a new spin on it. And then there is somebody going like, oh, but what if? And then if it goes well, it gets to become a new trope that other people use. So I think that's how stuff like, oh, but what if science, or oh, but what if mushrooms, kind of became a thing. And I think was, I mean, as you said before, there is like a real life mushroom creepy thing that does this. So to see like, okay, this is a real thing in real life. Monsters are creepy and scary. That's what they're supposed to be. But what is even creepier is if it's somehow rooted in reality. That's what creeps you out the most. If
Yeah,
there's
the
even this,
possibility of being like,
yeah,
oh, it might like happen, even though it won't, but like,
it's super won't. Yeah, but
yeah, your mind just thinks like, oh, but what if? And that's what makes things with like a small sprinkle of realism makes you just kind of like, hmm, just
this is
makes you
scary.
think.
Yeah, like that's one of the reasons I do not like zombies, because because of that. Because I have seen media where it's like, oh, like video games or something like, oh, they made this in a lab, and I'm like, okay, science can do a lot of shit. What if? I mean, I know it's not real. I know it's not gonna happen. I hope, but like in the back of my mind, it's like, but what if? Like anxiety brain going on. Like, nope.
It's a concept that can like, I don't know, because I don't have like the same kind of thing as you do with zombies. I just kind of find them funny, like
Okay.
goofy. But maybe I just haven't, like, I have just avoided a lot of the like more serious toned zombie things.
Hmm.
Like I know The Last of Us 2 recently came. I didn't play it, I watched it, and
Uh,
just it's a bit too serious tone for me, to the point
mhm.
where it's like too sad. Like the sad parts of zombie like stories are like horrible.
Yeah, also that. Like, it's like a big thing for me is like, I think it's probably the sad part. Like, you have these dead people that are lost to you. Like, I have, it's getting maybe a bit personal, but one of the recurring nightmares I have is that I'm stuck in the zombie apocalypse and am being hunted by my zombie family. Which
Oh,
is like, yeah, or like zombie family and friends, and it's like, oh god, I'm the only surviving person, and even though they are dead, they are still up and going, and they're gonna kill me and eat me. And am I gonna do? This might be like, I don't know what that says about me and my fears, but like that's one of the things where I'm like, oh god, what if you were in that situation? Like you had to, I don't know, kill people again that you maybe knew or liked or loved. And that's fucking sad and terrifying. And I don't want that. And I don't want to see that because it makes me sad. And yeah, I can see the goofy part. I mean, I don't generally consume a lot of zombie media because of reasons, but the stuff I still play sometimes is like Plants vs Zombies, which is like very, very low on the zombie creepy part and very much go on the fun. And yeah, Lollipop Chainsaw, which
oh
is
yeah, that was a game. Yeah, I
it
remember that. It was a really silly game.
was very silly, and like that took me out of the being scared of the zombies part, because it's like you're playing a cheerleader with a chainsaw. That's the thing. The zombies are just what you're up against. They're not the main theme of the game. As in, like, The Last of Us, it's like the whole story is, yes, about the people going through the thing, but also because zombies. And also, I could never play this. First up, as you said, it's kind of very serious and very sad in parts. But also, just the noise of the zombies would just creep me out so hard. Also, it's like, I think, a stealth survival game, which I'm horrible at.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it kinda is, in a way. Well, I think it is actually. I'm not
Yeah.
too sure. I don't own a PlayStation. Don't tell
Neither do
anyone.
I.
I say in a podcast. Don't tell anyone.
This is a secret.
This
No.
is our secret. No. But yeah, it's the suspense kills me.
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
am anxious already.
I
Um,
don't need that in a game, no.
Yeah. What do you think about like I think once or twice saw like this like I think it's a quote or something on like Twitter or Facebook or something being like, "Oh, it's like the zombie invasion right now. Look around you, everyone's on their phone." What do you think of that?
It's stupid. Like, I know that. I mean, as most monsters are at some point, zombies have been used as like symbolism or like metaphors for other stuff. I think one of the Night of the Living Dead movies. I think I don't know which one it was. It was one in the mall or something. Was like, yeah, the zombies are a metaphor for blind consumerism and whatever. It's just people wanting to again vilify a group of people. Like everyone's on their phone. Mostly what they mean is, oh, the younger people have technology that we don't have and they have fun with that and use it instead of being miserable like we are. I don't know. Like I think it's just stupid, honestly. Like you could say the same about older people or like my racist family. They're also like zombies because they don't have brains and might eat some. I don't know. Like it's not reasonable. Like it's stupid. People are gonna complain about the next big thing no matter what, and yeah, it's
Life
dumb.
goes on. I'm still kind of like interested in. I know this is kind of jumping back, but like, you mentioned like it's from like Haiti. Was it like
Yeah,
originally?
like the Caribbean, Haiti, yeah, but kind of like the voodoo or voodoo religion, I would say, or like spiritual belief, where is zombie, I think it was like with an N, and just an I, was like apparently like that's the bad thing about doing research. Is most of the sources I got were white people. And it's like I'm sure you're doing your work great, but honestly, I'm not sure if I trust you with this. So like most of the stuff I got is like, oh yeah, this is like there was some like kind of like necromancer stuff going on where it's, oh yeah, okay, when you there are two ways you can die, like either just of age or illness and then you get murdered. That's the other case. And like if you get murdered, you still have like ghosts, unfinished business. And
Oh,
yeah, and like the let's say necromancer is like capturing the soul of somebody who died and is either doing magic with it or is raising the body of the deceased person to work for them, which is also like where in the early days of like when we first got to uh figure out about like the zombie myth, was like, okay, being a zombie is generally a metaphor for being a slave because you work yourself to death,
oh,
which yeah,
oh,
which
oh no!
again very dark. So like that's also like like the uh as we talked before, like metaphors for certain things change. Like at first it was like, okay, being a slave, then it became also became like, okay, racist symbolism and like being seen as like a cannibalistic savage. And then it became like in the early like Hollywood movies, like we have Night of the Living Dead from 1968, I think, where it's like, okay, we turn this around. We also make them like mindless monsters and whatever. And we get to like other media where it's like, okay, the zombies are this group of people. And it now gets just used to basically underline the type of, in a way, mindless characteristics or things you want to like not stigmatize, but like kind of like underline, being like, okay, this is bad. So we put those things to the zombies. Like if you go politically, like this group of people having these beliefs and being like uh mindlessly rattling on about this. those are the zombies. Or in like I think yeah, like the people with phones, they're just mindlessly tapping on their phones, so they're the zombies. You could put that on any type of group now without like going back to the I mean, you could also go back to the roots, I guess, of the whole myth. But yeah, it's basically now kind of detached from the origins, mainly because I suppose nobody wants to deal with that,
I do
which
wish I like knew like someone who would like who like actually like I don't know, is their religion still going that it's
I
originated from?
I think Voodoo, where apparently, or as far as I know, originated from, there are still practitioners. Um, I suppose mainly in Haiti and like the Caribbean, but I'm pretty sure like all over the world. If there are people practicing voodoo and maybe have some insight on the whole zombie origin thing, or like general, like anyone who maybe studied this stuff, this whole thing, like mythology or like African American origins of like these myths, I would be very interested if there's like better sources than I found, honestly, because it's a very interesting topic, and like it's a thing we should learn about, because like it's a thing we all encounter and we just take it for granted, like zombies are a thing. Yeah, zombies are like the main minor villains in every second game, and like every fucking D&D game there's some
There's
zombies
always
bumbling
like a
around.
necromancer with like six zombies
Yeah.
going like, ooh,
Muhahaha, yeah.
mwahaha, my zombie army. I mean,
And
you
it's
can
like, yeah.
literally be like a necromancer wizard
Yeah,
in D&D.
that's the thing. I am playing a necromancer in one of the games and then I did the research and was like, oh no shit. Well, I'm overthinking some more stuff, but that's what this should do. Like you learn about things and then you work on that and you modify your behavior because now you know better. And now you're not just gonna, do some stupid shit because you didn't know better or you didn't learn better, because now you do, hopefully.
Yeah, I feel like at this point it would be maybe a little bit earlier I should have said this, but we are not like professionals.
Oh
We
no.
don't like yeah,
We're
no.
not
We don't
professionals in
we are not
anything.
historians, we are not like cultural like explorers. What's the word for like the people who like
Experts, sociologists? I don't
yeah,
know.
sociologists or something like that. We're not nothing like that. We're just two nerds talking
We have no
probably shit.
qualification.
We
We
have
have no
no
qualification.
qualification, and we are also two
Very
white,
white. Yeah.
very white Europeans.
Yes.
Uh, so
So,
I would
yeah.
be more than actually like happy if anyone wants to like message like be like, hey, you can't say that because
X
you
and
know.
this and that. Yeah, definitely. If there's anything we totally fucked up, I totally fucked up. Tell us. We are I think. I think at some point we are definitely gonna come back to the zombie topic. Maybe do not maybe a redo, but like a part two at some point. Definitely, because there's so much to talk about with zombies. Like so many origins. Like not even like the we know from like the Western zombie. There are like uh in like the whole part of like Asia, there are so many different zombies. Like Asia
Oh
is fucking big.
yeah.
But like there are so many different origins of like okay or like not origins but myths about zombie like creatures. And there's definitely a lot more to talk about. So
If
if
we go
there's
in that area, we definitely should get one of our friends from that area, that culture, to join
yeah,
us.
we will
You know who I'm
definitely get
talking
some
about.
yeah.
You know who I'm talking about.
Yes.
Wink.
We will definitely get some yeah, we'll definitely get some people on here that actually know what they're talking about. Because well while we can do research of course, but we are not professionals in any way, so we have not studied this at all, or have as you said, two very white Europeans, we have no no like qualification to talk about this at all. Like we can only say, okay, this is what I found out, and as a white person, this is what I hopefully will learn from this. But otherwise, we have no fucking qualification for this. Can I wait? Can we curse? Shit.
I have been cursing.
Okay, good.
I'm not gonna censor anything.
This is
Fuck it.
good. Yes, okay, good. Because I wasn't sure if
I'm
we would.
also gonna leave
Yeah.
that in the
No!
fucking thing.
No! Fuck. Okay,
Because I
good.
find it hilarious.
Nice, great. Okay, so yeah, zombies. Yeah, so like, there's a lot of bunch of people, a lot of like myths about zombies. If there is anything we fucked up, please tell us. If you have any corrections, yes, please. There is a comment section for a reason. If you just want to tell us you thought Last of Us 2 sucked, please get out of here. We don't care. It's cool. Otherwise, yeah. What else do we have to talk not have to talk about? Zombies. There have been some stuff about real life zombies in
Oh?
quotation marks. Yeah, like a few years ago there was like a certain drug that apparently not made people zombies, but kind of fucked them up so bad they kind of like had zombie like traits, like the weird walking, the not the weird eating habits. They did not eat people, but like the hunger, I guess. It was kind of scary. Totally forgot what it was called, but there like a few years ago there was a drug that kind of circulated. At least I saw it like on the news, I think. So there are when we were talking about like zombies being scary because it might be real. Yeah, there are things. So yeah, which kind of feeds into like the not zombie virus, but like scientifically engineered zombies. I don't think we have figured out what like the core elements to zombie are, because there are so many ways for a zombie to be. Like, you have the
Many zombie flavors. There are
many
the
flavors. Yeah.
Hollywood zombie flavor. There is actual original,
Mm-hmm.
religion zombies. There is the. Did you say something about like hopping zombie?
Yeah, the hopping zombies, like the I think from China or Japan. I think like Asia. Yeah, me knowing things. Like, yeah, mainly type of Asian zombie, but I think it's both a zombie and a vampire.
If there
Like
is
the
an
zombie
Asian
hopping.
zombie, what's a European zombie? Because the
That's
Hollywood
just
one definitely is an American zombie.
yeah, definitely. Like, I think do we have in Europe like zombie? I think we had like more like vampires when you go like more Eastern Europe. Are more like the undead thing to be. I think mainly I don't think we have many zombies in myths around here. It's mainly just okay, we have werewolves a lot. That's like a European thing in
not
parts.
not really Northern European
Like
thing.
central, like Germany had definitely some werewolf shit going on at some point.
So isn't
Um,
German not like Northern Europe?
no, well, more like Central Europe.
Yeah, we don't really have that stuff. We just love ghosts.
Okay.
We should do a ghost one at some point,
Yeah,
maybe next.
definitely. Next could be ghosts. Yeah.
Yeah, next could definitely be ghost. It's like the body and the spirit. Yeehaw! It's almost,
Ugh.
it's almost religion.
Almost.
And oh, it's a
Almost.
religion. We are starting a religion. There we go.
This is monster
Monster
religion.
religion.
Definitely. So yeah, we have the undead. There's also like especially from like games, Left 4 Dead did it very well. Like different types of zombies, as in like the fast zombies, because usually what you know is like, okay, zombies are uh rather slow, limping away. They're like the fast zombies. You have like acid spitting ones.
Oh
There
yeah,
are
the
like
special infected.
yeah, like the
Yeah, I
special
know.
ones.
I know the ones. I also have seen because I used to be a big fan of that game. I also see some like fan art of like all of the special infected as like in their human form before they got turned. and it's really fascinating because it's just like humans are different, the zombies will be different.
Yeah.
And I really like that aspect of it. I know that maybe part of the like why zombies might be horrifying is because there is like many, and it feels like like basically many faceless zombies, faceless as in like unidentifiable, and then it
Yeah.
gets like more sad if it's like identifiable. So I think a
Yeah, I
lot
think
of the fear is like about the mass of just random, like aimlessly going hungry beings that just
yeah.
want to eat you. And like, I mean, I would shit myself if I saw like, or if like even a small group of people tried to like chase me. I would probably die of anxiety and
Yep.
stress.
Same,
So just
same.
imagine that they are not even like, they are just there to
Getting
kill you.
tired.
Yeah, not
Yeah.
getting tired, not sleeping or
Not,
anything. And doesn't some zombies get like like inhuman strength or something? Imagine that, like you
yeah.
just close the door and they're just like, "Hello." Kick
Yeah,
down the door and it's
nope.
like, "Hello, I am here." And you're like,
Yeah,
"Ah,
like
what the fuck?"
nope. Yeah. That's like I think that's also like a big part why I don't like zombies. Is like one zombie chill. Like one zombie you can deal with if it's like not like super strength, super fast, whatever. If it's like standard slow zombie just going brains or something, no deal. But like if it has a bunch of those, even if they're not very fast, it's like oh no. And also like the gore factor of it is very much ew. Like I like the rotting flesh, the organs falling out, if it's like very gruesome, is like a big no for me because I'm not a big fan of gore.
No, you're not about that life. No.
Yeah, no, I'm not about the organ life. I like having them in me. I don't like it having outside of me or outside of other people. Yeah,
You
I
don't like
genuinely
your innards to be
I don't.
outwards.
Yeah, yes, I like the innards where they are inside, and also in other people. Uh, they should just stay there where they are. Organs are good as long as they're where they should be. But yeah, so like the whole like rancid flesh rotting away, shambling towards you, groaning, bleeding out probably, and being like a bunch of them around you. Like this, the scent alone, the smell would kill me before the zombies even did. Probably, like even just seeing that, I would probably faint and just lie there and wouldn't even notice when
I
they ate me.
mean, it would probably be a very peaceful way to go. You just faint so hard because you can't stand gore, and then they just eat you, and you don't know what's happening. You're just there laying and sleeping, and
I
they just
wouldn't say
numb you away.
peaceful. I wouldn't call it peaceful. But yeah, I would probably just like faint, fall down like on a I don't know on stairs and just crack my head open and just die instantly, and just they could numb on me. I don't care. I'm dead already. So that was how I would end. I wouldn't even get eaten first. I would just faint or stumble or something, kill myself in the process, and just get eaten.
I mean,
Like
I would take that over me being like, over like being like awake and like getting stuck in a sea of zombies as they
ugh.
tear you apart. That's so
Oh god.
horrifying. Like, holy shit.
Ugh. Yeah, that's no.
Just
Like
being like awake and feeling everything is just, the thought of that is just, ugh.
yeah, I mean that's at some point you would faint from like blood loss or shock or something. But like the time before that would be hell. And yeah, I'm not about that life. I'm not about no, I do not like this. I do not want this. I am very good on my own. That's like also a thing like because zombies are essentially mindless. They can't like there have been some versions where it's like okay, I think that oh god, what was there was one movie based on a book with like a zombie that learned to be human again in some point, in some way. I did not watch that one because nope, zombies are a nope. But like generally, zombies are mindless. They're just walking around trying to eat people. I cannot reason with a zombie. Any other monster I can think of, there is even the slightest chance I could talk them into being like, maybe don't eat me. Like a vampire. There's like, could be like, they are like smartish. I could be like, hey, maybe don't eat me and drain all my blood. I could maybe be useful. I couldn't, but I could try to tell them I am. Or like a werewolf, I could just run away till they turn back into a human and be like, what the fuck, dude? Don't do that. You
Just a
can't do
couple
that
of
with a
days and
zombie.
you get killed by a vampire because you said they are smart-ish.
I mean, there
They
could be.
might be around us. You never know.
I mean,
I'm joking.
zombie. I mean, vampires are like humans. There can be dumb vampires if they were dumb human before.
Oh yeah, there are dumb humans too.
Yeah,
Like
the biggest
me.
monster. Nah, no.
No. I need to retreat a little bit back because you mentioned that you play as a necromancer in one of the games. What way you
Yes.
were thinking about like changing it up? Because I would like love to play a necromancer. Until this point, I've been like, oh yeah, like a necromancer who's like, let's go, buddies. Like kill a person and be like, oh yeah, here's my butler now. Uh,
Yeah, that's like if you go tiny tip just from me to you, if you ever want to play a necromancer, don't do it in a Curse of Strahd game. It's not helpful because
hmm.
there are a lot of undead and all the stuff you have do not work on undead. At least until you're a bigger level enough. But also don't play a wizard if you have to do all the money thing, because in D&D, being wizard and getting more spells, you have to have a lot of money to put those into your spell books, and that's bad because you never get that much money. Um, but like generally, what I after finding out like okay, the base origins of zombies is like okay, being a slave and working yourself to death in a part. I was like, okay, yeah. Basically, what you do as a necromancer is raise the dead to work as your servants. And what I encountered, the character I'm playing is very cheerful. She's kind of what I wanted to try with her is kind of go against the ooh necromancers are evil stereotype. So what
That's gonna
she
be difficult now.
yes, that's yeah. So what she usually goes for okay, she usually only uses bodies that from like their enemies because well, if you try to kill me, fucker, I don't care if I can use you as a meat shield now. So basically, I'm not doing like, okay, this is just from random corpse of like a farmer. I'm just gonna misuse now so I can fight the evil guy. I usually just go for like the people that try to kill me first for whatever reason. And also, she has some druid elements too. So she basically goes around like, ooh, zombies, cool. Like, ooh, undead, interesting. And she generally likes the undead. Like she finds it fascinating and is like, they are a type of people. Sure, they're undead, but they're a type of people. And because she has some druid powers, she usually just makes flower crowns and like jewelry out of plants for her zombies, and just tries to
Aw.
keep them as long as she can. Because like, oh, this is this person now, and they're working with me. They're my friend now, even though they don't have a say in the matter. But yeah, I mean, it's still probably not great. I don't
I
think
mean,
with that.
what you could add to that is that every time you see a corpse, you cast Speak with Dead and you ask them if they would love to come help you.
The thing is, necromancers don't good get that.
That's lame.
Yeah.
They should get that. They definitely should get that. That's like
Yeah,
Speak
like
with Dead. Come on.
yeah, definitely. It's a necromancy spell, but necromancers don't really get it. Let's not. I don't think it's on a wizard spell list. But I am lucky enough. I have a death cleric in my group, so he always does the speak with the dead, and then we go, okay, maybe. But the group doesn't like me having zombies, so it's like difficult to be like, okay, one of the 5 questions we have, could I just ask him if he wants to be my zombie? Is kind of meh. But like in general, that would be really a good idea to just ask for consent in that way. Is I mean, asking for consent is always the good choice, the right choice. So yeah, I think that could definitely help being like a nicer necromancer, I guess. Because like having like that background is kind of like it's kind of shitty. But also is if you go about it that way, most bards get like charms that like mind control things, which are also not great. So I don't know.
I don't know if D&D would be a good game for it because of the spell slots and the rules for that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But like
In
some
other
other
games,
game,
definitely.
like game platform, is Revenant technically a zombie though?
That is a good question. I'm not
Because I'm
sure.
thinking that probably in like Monster of the Week, you could be some kind of like monstrous creature and be like a zombie or an
Yeah,
undead.
definitely.
And you could go around and be like, "Yep, I'm a human.
Mm-hmm.
Do-do-do-do." Just keep
I
on
mean,
smiling and try
yeah,
keeping yourself together.
definitely. I mean, there is the monstrous playbook in like Monster of the Week where you could definitely make a zombie. So you could absolutely do that and go for that and be like, oh yeah, I'm not like a shambling zombie. I have a conscience and I am a person. And actually flip that whole shit upside down. I'd be like, hey, yeah, nope. Not gonna
But
go
should we
that
call
way.
them zombies or undead?
I mean, I think undead are like the big thing. Like all vampires are undead also, and vampires are not zombies. In some cases, they can be both, but like generally, undead are just creatures that have died and came back somehow. Zombies are a special case of that. Mainly, I think the thing the rotten flesh might be a big thing, but also mummies are the
Mummy,
same. Mummies are
mummy
just
is
dressed
a
zombies.
yeah, it's a fancily dressed zombie, and also it's not moist.
It's a dry zombie.
Yeah, that's the word. I forgot the word dry for a
Not
second.
moist is good. A mummy is a zombie that is not moist. That is yes. That is how I will explain mummies from now on.
Mummy is also a different flavor of culture on zombie.
I saying mummies and flavor. I have a thing. We should no. There used to be like I think European idiots who were like zombie not like mummy flesh as like a medicine. There
Oh
used to be a
yeah, that
thing.
was a
Yeah,
thing. Oh
that was a
no.
thing.
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
I'm
So
just gonna take
let's
my
make
words back. Let's not say that.
yeah. We can do that sometime later where we maybe talk about mummies in another episode maybe. But yeah,
Maybe.
zombies. I think the rotting flesh is a big thing. I think the hunger is a big thing. But also the hunger is what vampires have. It's just thirst with them because they drink blood. I think yeah.
Also the lack of intelligence. Vampires kinda have like a
Still
base.
human intelligence.
Yeah. In some
So
cases they
yeah.
seem to be a bit more smarter, but yeah, that's left for another time when we talk about vampires.
Vampires, yeah. But like zombies, I think zombies are just because they are reanimated by something, who knows. I think there's the brain function is not instantly there. I mean, there have been. I just remember there was a show called iZombie that I watched, which I don't know why I watched it because it had zombie in the title. I'm like, I don't like zombies. But there was also like a lot of comedy shows that go with zombies. Santa Clarita Diet or something was another show on Netflix I saw where it was like also zombies, where they have actual human intelligence. It's just harder for them to think the more hungry they get, which is also I think vampires do. So what are zombies? Jesus. So yeah, I think the main thing about zombies is the still decaying. I think because vampires don't usually decay.
Yeah. Should we make like a zombie NPC for an RPG game?
Oh yeah, that would be
And
fun.
yeah, and how to like how we would use the character.
Definitely.
Uh
So yeah. So what kind of setting do we want to put this in? So do we gonna go want to go high fantasy? Do we just gonna go like urban something? Do we go sci-fi? What was the origins of our zombie? How did they become a zombie? How did they become a zombie?
What if it's like, you know how like fifth edition, like the like storybooks are kind of high fantasy.
Mm-hmm.
We could do that like as like because it's an easy setting.
Yeah.
Also, space zombies sounds cool, but also horrifying. Imagine running away
Space
from
zombie?
zombies in space, in a
I mean, that's
space
Dead Space,
ship.
right? Isn't that Dead Space?
I
It's
think
a game already.
I know. I kind of looked at it. I don't think it's like zombies. It's more of like monstrous creatures, and then there is a lot of gore. And because of the gore, I didn't watch it because
Yeah.
some eyes
I
get
watched
stabbed
it.
if you fuck up.
Yeah. Oh god, yeah, I saw that. I looked away. But yeah, I did see somebody play all the games except for the last one where it's like co-op. That one I did not watch. So high fantasy zombie. So I suppose a necromancer made them?
Yeah, but that's like super basic. Should we
Okay.
try going for like something
More interesting.
more interesting, like amp
Uh
up the interestingness of it? What if the zombie wait, if the zombie itself is a necromancer, does that mean it's a lich?
yeah, I think. Oh god.
Why are monsters so varying? Why? I
yeah.
mean, I know why.
It,
Because, people like imagining things. And
yeah.
sometimes it's shitty creatures that will eat you and kill you. A zombie wizard?
Cursed item? Something with a cursed item, maybe? They touched it and became a zombie because they fucked up?
Yeah, it could be something.
Or like a spell gone wrong? If we go for zombie wizard, I'm just not gonna get Lich out of my head. So
Yeah, maybe not that then.
let's go for like maybe like just a random farmer uh on their field found some weird rock or some weird ancient artifact, touched it bad, and then turned into a zombie because I don't know, it drained the life out of them or something.
It took the soul of
Hmm?
the human.
Sure, let's
Or
go with that.
maybe a farmer just went into a field and died and forgot that he died. And he
Then
has
that's a
stuff to
ghost.
do.
Then it's a ghost.
I mean, it could be zombie.
Okay, wait. So a farmer went onto the field, died, but didn't realize it, so he stood back up.
His corpse is like, I can't die. I am too busy. I have so much stuff to do.
I have
And
my
it's more.
fields to water.
Yeah. Because that's what for farmers do, yeah. But like,
Why am I imagining like a fucked up version of Animal Crossing where your villager
oh,
dies and just no, I have to pluck the weeds, I have to water my flowers, I need to catch the fish, I can't
what?
die here.
Why? That just sounds like me every day.
Okay.
Me
So
recently with Animal Crossing, just I die in my sleep, and I'm just like, I need to get the daily things done in Animal Crossing. Yeah, and my body in automatic, like just automatically just like goes for it and starts playing. And one day someone will find me from my home or my dead body playing Animal Crossing, and the this is
so
dumb. What are we doing?
we just made you into a zombie. That's not what we wanted.
I love how it started with like, oh, yeah, like an NPC zombie
It's just me.
role
It's
playing.
just
Oh,
Nin.
it's me.
It's just Nin.
It's just me. I'm just in every game now. It's just.
Yes. There's always a zombie named Nin.
Or what if all of the zombies are actually called Nin and they're all clones of each other's? It's just the
That is
same face all over and over again, and they want your flesh.
that's just when somebody didn't want to like design multiple faces for the one enemy they have.
That's so lazy modeling.
Or just like we don't have time. We don't care. EA is riding our ass. We need to get this out quick.
To be honest, it would be horrifying. It was if it was like multiple faces, same faces of someone you knew, or if it's you.
Oh god.
Just imagining a wave
That
of
just
undead, like
just
undead
you.
versions of you, just looking at you.
Oh
Some of their
god.
faces are peeling off, and they're just walking towards you.
Oh god. That's
What?
okay, we're now playing a horror game that uses like face scanning technology. This is not, let's try that PC bit again.
Yeah, that's
Because now we're just making a
well.
video game.
No, listen, that also sounds like a really bad nightmare. Like there is some
Yes.
deeper meaning of you devouring yourself. It's bad. Anyway, NPC in like a
Yes.
D&D game, please.
Maybe we don't need the origins, like because like you usually as like an adventurer group in D&D, you don't usually ask your zombie enemy like, "Hey, what's your story? How did you
Hello,
turn up here?"
zombie. Where did you come from?
But maybe you
Oh, it was a
should.
dark night. It was raining. I was going to my farm, and then a horse kicked me in the head, and I died. But I couldn't die because I had to do things.
That's just capitalism, right? I mean,
Oh, we could
no.
make we could make the zombie a worker, like a just normal worker at a farm.
Oh god.
I don't
Uh,
know.
no,
I
this
don't
is
know.
getting darker by the second.
Yeah,
No.
yeah, no. Can we just have like a goofy
CEO
little
zombie. Make
see?
make a CEO zombie. Just head of the company died on their toilet. I don't care. And through I don't
Remember to
know.
add a goofy hat on it. It
Yeah,
makes everything better. Like a
he has a
really,
goofy head.
really
Yes.
small hat. So it's like
He has a very small head, like the Monopoly man, but small head. And he died on the toilet because I don't know. And through karma, became a zombie because that's what happens. And now, as a zombie, he's just continuing to, I don't know, control his company, and nobody notices because he didn't do anything at all ever. Capitalism, no.
amazing.
Just,
I
I
was
don't know.
more. Yeah, let's go with that. I think that's great. I don't, but also I can't think of anything else that's not like your basic. Rah, I came from the grave. I'm here to eat your
Yeah.
brains. Do
So like okay,
so.
so our zombie CEO zombie has some brains maybe? I don't know. Or maybe he
Oh, I mean,
doesn't.
he has the brains of all of his workers because they're working for him.
Ah, uh-huh. Yeah.
He
Uh
makes them think. He can just
mhm.
be.
He's just in his office. People are worried he's not getting out anymore, but they just hear weird moaning, so they are like, "Nope, they're not gonna go in there." Um,
Not gonna check on that. It sounds
nope.
like he's having some time. I'm not
Mhm.
gonna find out what kind of time. Goodbye.
Yeah, like Gregory went in there and he never came back. I'm not going in there. I'm not asking what happened. Nope. So we have CEO zombie. So we're going, I think, away from the high fantasy. I think,
You don't say.
yeah, kind of.
I mean, I was about to say
What's his name? I'm deciding him now. So because
it's just I I can't get over because we talked earlier about something. I'm just like, yeah, it's Bob.
okay, it's Bob. It's just Bob the CEO zombie.
What if it's
Um,
Bob the Builder and it just builds itself over and over again from body parts?
That is that is some eldritch horror shit, and I'm not dealing with this now. Which is
But I like Eldritch Horror! You
yeah,
know
we can do
this!
that another part. We can we can
I
do
need
another
like 5 Eldritch Horror themed ones, okay? There's
yes,
too
we can
much
do
to handle.
yeah, like Zombie Bob has like eyes all over and 6 wings or something. No.
Doesn't. I'm
Uh,
interested.
Noted, no.
Angel zombies.
Oh my god. Oh god. Actually, you can combine every like monster mythological creature and make put zombie in front of it, like zombie unicorn, fucking terrifying.
Oh, you can make anything into a zombie. Even you can be a
You can make
zombie.
everything a zombie. Just maybe don't make yourself a zombie.
A zombie boat.
Zombie. I mean, I think it has to be alive before. I don't know if a boat is alive or should be. I think it would be creepy. That's some Cars level fuckery. I'm not going with zombie car. No, no, no. We can make things a zombie if they were alive before.
But
And
have you thought of zombie ghosts?
no, no, zombie ghosts. No, I don't think zombie ghosts are working.
Zombie
Um,
ghosts.
zombie ghost. No, no. I veto zombie ghost. I do not want a zombie ghost.
I think that's a good spot to end before something horrible happens.
Yeah. So if you want to make a zombie NPC, just make anything a zombie and
Zombie ghosts.
don't make a zombie ghost. If you do, tell us, please. I
I
want
mean,
to
yeah, I
understand
would love to know.
about zombie ghost. Call
Yeah,
them Bob, please, for us. Bob the zombie
yeah.
ghost. So
Uh,
yeah.
it's time to
Otherwise,
time to wrap this up.
okay, we have talked enough.
Yes. I mean, we are going to have a lot more talking ahead of us in the future.
Definitely.
So, thank you everyone for listening. Hope you join
Hope we had
again.
fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
hope you had fun. I had fun. Did you have fun,
I
Francie?
had fun. Yes. Yes, I had fun.
Nice. Uh, so if you want to listen more of us, we are going to hopefully be posting podcasts every Monday or every other Monday. We
Not
haven't.
every Monday. Yeah, every other Monday.
Yeah,
I think
maybe
on
not every.
Mondays, but not every Monday.
Some Mondays. There
Yes.
will be episodes some day on Monday. It will be a Monday, the most monstrous day, of course, because Mondays are horrible.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
stay safe, stay moist, uh, um, and don't get eaten.
Yeah.
Bye,
That's important.
especially
Yep. Don't get eaten.
bye.
Bye.